Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Camera Life podcast. This is the Random Photography Show, proudly brought to you by Lucky Straps. More on that a little bit later. What is it? It's Monday, the 29th of June. June's almost done. There's been lots going on in the industry. And, of course, we're not alone tonight. We're joined by Justin. Good to have you back.
Good evening.
And Lucinda, of course. Welcome. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Good. How are you guys?
Good to have you back.
I'm great.
Doing all right. I think Justin dodged a bullet on Friday night.
It's just all right, Greg. Why are you only just all right? You're always just like, I'm doing all right. Just doing all right.
I'm all right. I don't like to hedge my bets either way, you know?
Is that
keep myself open to the universe.
Is it that those crop sensor Fujifilms? You can never quite breach all right.
Yeah, something about that, Justin. Something about that. Folks, stick around tonight. We've got a fair bit to get through. We've got a few little news bits and pieces. We've got a ton of images to go through. Justin and I attended a Leica event at the Leica Store Gallery on Friday evening. And, of course, Lucinda's here. So we're going to talk about what is probably her strongest game next to photography is social media management. So we're going to get into the woods with Lucinda a little bit later. Where do we start? Lucinda.
Well, first of all, just on that, social media, if anyone has any questions for Lucinda, social media guru, throw them in the live chat during the show. That would be great. If you're trying to
Lucinda.
Up your social media game, this is the
all.
person to speak to. So, let's try and keep that a theme throughout the show. But we do have, Greg's right, we have maybe the most images sent in ever other than our big, what was it called? What did we call it? The greatest photo of all time? No, what did we call our competition?
The end of year one last year.
Photo of the year?
Photo of the year. Unofficial.
That's all it was. What were you going for?
I don't know. I thought we made it something hilariously like it was the biggest photo competition ever. Anyway, this is probably, this is the second most behind that. So we got a lot to get through. We'll get into them fairly early in the show and just kind of, we'll just work around it.
Yeah. Most definitely. And also, while I remember, if you haven't seen it yet, jump on the Camera Life podcast on YouTube or on your favorite audio podcast platform, because last week we interviewed Andy Campbell. That was nearly a 3-hour discussion about everything from headshot prowess through to photographing for NASA. It was such an incredible journey, wasn't it? It was such a nerd fest. I love it. And he's so excited about what he does. It's amazing.
Well, he obviously loves it. It just everything, like it oozes out of him, just the excitement about all of it. He's very passionate.
So Andy is an AIPP Grandmaster photographer. He's the director of Melbourne Headshot Company, which is his own business, and he's the co-founder and competition director of the Astrophotography Prize. It's such a big word. So roll back and watch that one. But also stay tuned for this coming Thursday, because this coming Thursday we are joined by Hashem McAdam. Is that how you say it, or Hashem?
I was wondering that too. I've been watching a couple of his YouTube videos. He's got quite the following on YouTube.
He's got about 300 videos on YouTube. He's got a big following. He's a documentary wedding and family photographer, but he also runs a YouTube channel primarily talking about his film photography.
It's called Pushing Film, and he's got 71,000 subscribers, and he has some great videos on there. I was digging into it today. I got a little bit lost in a rabbit hole actually. I'm going to watch some more tomorrow, so that's going to be a great interview as well on Thursday. There's a few comments on Andrew Campbell's episode from Paul. Said, thanks guys, great discussion. Andrew Connor said, amazing interview, gobsmacking deep space imagery, mind blown. And I think that's probably the best way to sum up that interview. And
100%,
Felicity Johnston loved it as well. So it was very cool.
It was cool.
Go back and check that one out.
Yeah, and obviously check out Andy's site and his several Instagrams for different genres that he shoots. All right, let's get started, because Justin has set a fairly unrealistic bedtime of 9:15 tonight, and yet we have 400 images to get through, and we want to get an update from Lucinda, and we want to talk about a Leica event. So let's kick off. Where are we going to start, Justin? I'm so confused already.
I want to say hi to the chat.
All right, let's do that.
None of the above.
None of the above. None of those. Philip Johnson, good evening. He says, greetings and felicitations. Is that a word?
Yeah, it is a word.
Felicitations. Yeah. Anyway, happy Monday. John Latimer, good evening. Dennis Smith, evening. Leica, Lucinda, lounge. Sounds like a good night. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, nice.
Digifrog, good to see you. Evening looks like a good show coming. Oh, you got me.
Dad jokes have started.
I get it. David Leparati, good to see you. Thanks for sending some images in. Bruce Moyle, Greg Carrick, who wants a Leica? I kind of do. Oh,
yeah, I'm kind of falling that way now too.
Yeah, exactly. They know how to rope you in. Paul Henderson, Hendo, 99. Evening all. Logging in from Cooper Pedy tonight. Let's see how long the internet lasts. Should be all right. Ooh. Surely. Got Starlink or something. Yeah. David Skinner, Lisa Leach, Bruce Moyle says, "Sure, I'll have one. I could use it to sell and buy the other gear that I want / need." Well, yeah.
So cool. Or a car. You could buy a car with it.
No, yeah. Actually, Paul, are you in a dugout hotel? Tweak Productions, Rick Nelson, Tristan X, Phil Thompson's, man, it's crazy. Yelena says it was photo of the year, Poddy. Photo of the year.
Thanks, Yelena. There it is.
Greg Carrick, no, we're not going to ditch yours. We're going to get through them all.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's good that you're finally catching it live, Tristan. And Paul is here. And finally, first question for Lucinda from Bruce. How do you do social media? I suck at it. Okay. I am, begin stupid? I am.
Yeah, he's just carrying on with the theme.
He says, anyway, how do I take photos? I'm being stupid. Okay. Anyway, we'll get to that. Surely.
A lot to unpack.
How would you answer?
Paul Hendo is underground.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
If you had to answer that, how do you do social media? Could you answer that in one sentence?
No.
Okay. It's worth a shot.
You can try.
Yeah, no. It's not my game, that's for sure.
Post cool photos.
And BTS.
And Bruce already does
reels.
that.
Do things.
Do stuff.
Yeah. All right. Now, prior to us going live, Justin had several ideas about how the show's format would work. And of course, none of them followed the plan that I had made 7 o'clock this morning. And I'm now confused. Where are we going next, Justin?
Well, let's catch up with Lucinda. I forgot to tell you, Greg. So on the way to the Leica SL3-P launch, about a block or two away, guess who I ran into? Almost literally.
Lucinda Goodwin.
Yeah. What were you doing? In Melbourne?
Wild. I don't know how the two people that live regionally ended up walking into each other in the middle of the CBD.
That's what I said.
Bizarre.
That's bananas, isn't it?
I said to somebody, I was like, if I walk down the main drag of Geelong to go get dinner one night, I'm guaranteed 99.9% of the time I'm going to run into somebody. But Melbourne, I can walk blocks and not see anybody I know.
Yep. I said to Elena, I was like, "Oh, what are the chances?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah, she's like, but you do know a fair few people that live in Melbourne." I was like, "Lucinda doesn't live in Melbourne," and she was like, "Oh, that's weird."
Yeah. And I'm not normally there during the day either, so that was another weird. And I was back in Melbourne the next day, but was shooting a show. But I got a really last minute call up to do an unveiling of a mural for Bon Scott in AC/DC Lane for the Bon Scott estate.
Wow.
Which was such a wild, which came from social media, which is I think why I was like, we should talk about this. But yeah, so I did that shoot. Reg Mombassa, who used to design all of the really cool Mambo designs on t-shirts and stuff, it was his artwork that was then painted by a Melbourne street artist in AC/DC Lane. So yeah, it got unveiled on Friday.
Wow.
So yeah, content shoot, but I literally ran past Justin because I was like, cool, gotta go. I gotta go upload to get all of these news articles and sound bites off to Channel 7 and all sorts of things. So
wow,
that's no small thing.
Yeah, you're a proper photographer. That's cool.
Yeah. You work
doing real work. Meanwhile, I was
what have we been doing all these years?
I don't know. We were just going to get free food from a Leica event and take photos of nothing.
Equally is important, honestly.
Equally, definitely. So it's just as valuable to humanity.
Exactly.
So Tell me, can you break down for us very quickly, how did that come through social media? Was that just from someone coming across your profile or networking through social media?
It was like kind of networking in person, but then social media as well. So the long and short of it was that I photographed a red carpet event for APRA AMCOS, who pay royalties out to musicians, is like the synopsis of, they do heaps of stuff, but that's probably how people would know about them. So I did a red carpet for them. I did one this year, but I also did the Melbourne version last year. And somebody from there, a PR person, had walked the red carpet. I had taken their photo. We had had a very small interaction, but then she started following me on social media. And then I got the brief, like I got asked to shoot that thing at 9 a.m. on Thursday morning, and I didn't get the brief until 9 p.m. Thursday night for a 1 o'clock shoot the next day. So like it was a very quick last minute thing. But the opening to the email was like, hey, I've been seeing all your elite content across social media, hence I wanted to reach out. I was wondering if you're available for this last minute shoot. So then, yeah, the conversation went on that way. And then I've had probably 3 or 4 people, like I did a networking event Saturday morning for Music Victoria, and a couple of people were like, hey, I've been like seeing all your content. It's really helpful and blah, 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 blah. Then I've had a couple of emails as well come through of like, oh, I've seen your content and it's prompted me to email you because I want to do more press work, or, hey, I want to do mentoring sessions and your last post prompted me to get in touch. Or, so yeah, I feel like it's super important to talk about because it's like, it's working clearly.
Yeah. I mean, it's not every day you get invited to shoot a, AC/DC, approved kind of event and unveiling. That's pretty huge.
Yeah. It's also nice to hear that it's worth the effort, because I think sometimes we can get a bit lost and think, oh, we just keep posting and doing stuff and nothing ever comes of it. So it's nice to hear that you've put the effort in over the long haul, and it's starting to really pay with real work.
Yeah, I think too, it's just like having like you guys, you do a podcast like twice a week. Like it's putting face to name. So because I've been doing a lot more like talking to camera, like you can see my face and what I look like and the tone of voice that I have and sort of the way that I conduct myself a little bit more. Like I think people are sort of resonating with that, and they're like, oh, this person's authentic. And so I feel, especially with the whole chat about AI and like all of that, they're like, oh, this person's actually real.
Yeah. Do you think that it's also partially that people want to work with a busy photographer that other people are using? It's kind of like, it's like you go to the cafe that's full,
got
not
people
the one
in it.
that's empty. Do you reckon there's a little bit of that about it as well?
I reckon there is. I have often had conversations like I've gone to a gig without my camera, or I've gone somewhere social, and they're like, oh my God, it looks like you're really busy. And I'm like, I haven't shot in 3 weeks. But it's just because like the way in which like my work comes out, and this might be different for other people, like because I have to sort of wait until artists like or press, like I didn't share any of the images from Friday because it was also sort of coming out. I shared something on stories today that was posted by Billboard. Like one of the photos was put in an article, but a lot of the time, like I shoot press images and it might take 6 months for them to come out. So I'm not posting in real time. And so sometimes I just have a really big, like it's probably 4 or 5 posts that I should share in the next couple of days that have been posted, but I've just been like smashing the socials, like on my stories a little too hard this weekend. So I'm like, I might need to just like give everyone a bit of a break. But yeah, it feels like I'm busier than I am, but it's like in the same breath, it's like I'm doing other things. Or I think I said last week while I was watching you guys, I was editing like a corporate job. So a lot of like the corporate stuff doesn't end up on my social media. It's good to pay the bills, but like it's not anything that I would really like share. It's like a networking event that's just people milling around. It's just like documenting that for council or for something like that.
So when it comes to looking at your social media work that you put in, is there like a breakdown of kind of, in an average workday for you, how much time do you spend on your socials? And what sort of percentage does that make up of new leads for you?
I get a lot of work from Instagram and social media. And it's nice when clients reach out, as you said, Justin, before, and they're actually telling you where that lead has come from.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I saw you on Instagram, or so-and-so recommended me to you, or whatever it might be. For me, so like, also background, I do social media marketing for a bigger business of like 7 different smaller businesses inside of that. So I do that 3 days a week. So this is kind of like what I do for work as well. So it does sort of come a bit more naturally to me, I guess, than maybe some other people, because it is something that I do a lot of. But a lot of it is like just pre-planning. So like I'll shoot the talking to camera videos. I might shoot 3 or 4 in one day or one morning and just sit and just do them. And then I might not edit them for ages. So there's a lot of recent content that's come out that's been in the studio, but I've moved out of my studio like 3 months ago. So it's been filmed ages ago. It actually was filmed in December, and I wanted to get a bit of a bank going so that I didn't fall off the bandwagon and continue on posting it. So yeah, I was like, I will just sit down and batch things out. I think that's the easiest way for me, especially when I've got like next week, I've got like 4 or 5 shoots. Like I've got a 2 shoot day on the Sunday, and then I think a Saturday and a Friday night, and then something else on the Thursday. So like, I know that I'm going to be really busy. So I'm like, cool, this week I need to like make sure I've got at least a couple of talking videos and like low effort stuff as well. Like I've been doing a lot of like text carousel kind of type content as well, with like tips for mainly musicians.
I'm going to pull up a couple of things because I want to just get a few ideas before, and then we'll keep on rolling, and we'll jump in and out of this throughout the whole episode. Hopefully, if people got more questions, but I do want to pull that up. I also am going to just read out a couple right now. Bruce Moyle says, personally, I'm sporadic because my art is like that. Plus, my actual work is NDA'd and very different to what I want to put out. I don't use it for work promotion because I'm already way too busy. Yeah, okay. So you're focused purely on your art, and because your art comes and goes in waves. Do you think it matters if you sort of, you post a lot and then you go dark for a little bit and then you post a lot? Does that matter too much? Like, would it be really beneficial to make sure that at least a certain cadence comes out, even if you're like reposting old work or something like that?
It's better for the algorithm if you're posting consistently. So like in a perfect world, we're all posting every single day 3 or 4 times a day, but none of us want to do that. No. None of us have time for that. No. Like I need to be going and making work, not posting to Instagram. So like consistency is the best thing. So if you could commit to twice a week and you did that ongoing, the algorithm's going to reward you for that. Instead of almost like going a week doing it. Yeah, almost like that.
When's the algorithm going to reward us? We're waiting.
TikTok. I think it's helpful to just like stay in that pattern. And again, I have unfair advantages because I do this for work. I actually have a software program called Rella that I use to schedule out all of my content ahead of time, and I ideate a lot of things in there as well. So it's like a big project management like board. So I have like just the most random thoughts, like driving to work or like coming home from a shoot, or I've had a conversation at dinner with somebody or at a gig, and I'm like, oh, that'd be a really interesting thing that I could talk about, or an opinion that I have that, or a helpful thing. Like there was a post that I had put up recently about all the things you need to tell your photographer before you like ask them for photos. Because often I will get musicians go, hey, I want photos taken of me for press. How much? And I'm like, is it in studio? Is it not in studio? Is it, how many people is it? How many press images do you want? How many outfits do you need? Like there's like so many things that you need to know.
So you made this is almost like a little PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, it's like a little ebook.
In Canva.
Yeah.
It's in Canva. And then I've got really clever. And if you comment on there, it says it down the bottom of the caption. It also says on the last slide, if you comment on it, there's an email template that gets sent to your DM that you could, like as a musician, or if you're a photographer and you want to rip my template off and send it to your clients. It's like it lays out sort of like an email template and to where the artist would fill in the information that I would need.
That's very cool.
Oh, I'm gonna get it. It's coming right to my DMs. I just emailed.
Yeah.
I mean, commented.
Great.
I love this. This is a great idea for sort of what looks like a very, very high end social post, and it would have taken a bit of time, but
not as much as you think it would.
That's what I was about to say. It's probably something that because you had a plan, you were able to pull, and you've got the resources, you've got the images and everything, you were able to pull it together fairly quick.
Yeah, I have a template made in Canva of like this post, and so I then just change the variants of it and change the photos out.
Okay.
So if you open something else that's got text on it, it's a very similar. Like I've done full bleed photos there and moved the text around. Yeah. But essentially it's the same thing.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I love this idea.
So work smarter, not harder. And so some days I'm like, I don't like my face and I don't want to like have to do my hair and sit in front of a camera and talk to it. This content is what I'll then sit there and do because I have the bandwidth to do something in that. Because it's like teeing up to be creative. So like when you go for a shoot, like Greg, I assume the same thing for you. Like you have to be in a certain type of mood to go out and take street photos and go and be creative. And doing social media is like you have to tap into that sort of energy as well. So you're like, you have to sort of gear up to do it. So some days I don't want to do it. So I'll just be like, okay, cool. I'll do Canvas stuff, or I might edit something like stuff that I've already got, which is helpful when you've got a bank of like raw videos that you've shot that you can do. But yeah, I'm just trying to spread those posts out as well. So like, for instance, I posted that one in the very top corner, Justin, the one of the dude there. That's Gang of Youths. Those photos are old, but they've just announced that they're coming back for the first time in 4 years. And they're artists that I actually worked with when they're quite small. So they're coming back to play Sydney Opera House. And I used to shoot them when they were at Workers Club in Melbourne. So,
oh, wow.
I've got all of these images that are archival that like I saw an opportunity that they announced it this morning. And so I was like, cool, I can just go and grab all of my Gang of Youth shots that I love and just pop a little carousel together. So like when we were talking about, posting old work, like that's still showing that I have relevance. I've got all of this archival stuff. So it means that you're showing off that you've got chops, like you've been doing this for a while. Yeah. But also still stacks up to like all of the rest of the images in my folio.
Love it. We'll let's move on to some other stuff, but I want to come back to this a bit later. Maybe in the meantime, Lucinda, you can have a think, because there was a question here, I think from Nev, about, I think he said, you're convincing me to do reels. Nev has never done a reel. We have to do it. So have a think, and a bit later in the show, maybe we can pull up one or two of your reels that are ones that you like. Look, these aren't super hard to do, and they really work well and are a good way to sort of humanize the photographer behind the camera. So we'll do that.
Cool. Sounds good.
Greg,
Justin.
Should we talk the Leica launch, or should we?
Let's talk the Leica launch. Let's
quickly let everyone know what it's really like to be
an influencer.
An influencer. I'm going to take my jumper off. I'm roasting.
I know. I just turned the heater off. I was like, I'm warm. I'm not blushing. I'm just really hot in here.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Where do we start?
So Leica. Well, first of all, Leica put out an invite to people in their email list and on socials as well about attending this upcoming product launch. And Justin said he's coming to town for it. And I thought I'd pop into the hood and catch up with the boss. And we went to this event. So Leica's store in Melbourne it's like no other camera store you could ever imagine. It's almost like going to a boutique spa, because they have bars and they have little couchy areas and a library. But this retail store is just bananas. And for those of you that haven't been in there, if you're ever in Melbourne and you're in the CBD, drop in and have a look. It's quite an impressive space. So ground floor is retail. First floor up, what was the first floor up? There was a bar.
Yeah, there's a bar at the back, and then just an open sort of
big
event
open
space.
Yeah, well, they do that, and it's also part of the gallery. So they had prints up on the wall for an exhibition which was called In Transit, and they had about 25. No, more, probably about 50.
I was going to say probably more like 50. Yeah, there was quite a few on those walls. Or you can see there, all sort of along the walls, and they're actually stuck straight to the wall. I didn't have a close look about how they'd done that. It looked really cool.
Well, I was going to, and I had to tell myself not to, because once I start peeling things like that, I just have to keep going. Thought, that's probably not a good look.
Peeling people's photos off the wall.
Hopefully one day we can make straps for Leica, so it probably wasn't a good move for me to do that, you know?
Hey, we have a lot of SL customers. They love our deluxe straps because the quick release system fits the slots on it really well. We've got a lot of, I was actually trying to find them today. We've got a lot of reviews that mention using them on SLs. So, nice.
Look,
Bruce has already said a few familiar faces in there. Yeah, we did cross paths with a few people.
We did.
Familiar faces, a few beef-hoppers.
Indeed, a few, people that have seen the podcast too. So the first floor up was the gallery space with a bar. That had a bar too, and they put on so much food. Like, we can't afford normal cheese anymore. It's cost of living and all of that. But they had like $1,000 worth of cheese. And do you think I held back? No, I did not. I may have embarrassed myself a little.
Good job. Someone's going to eat the cheese.
Free cheese. It was so much food. Anyway, next floor up there, they've got like 2 studio spaces. And they had one guy making cocktails. Yeah, there's my boss. One guy making cocktails, and he was there to be photographed. And another was a female model. I didn't end up seeing her. And then you go up again, and they've got this rooftop terrace with like a big outdoor kitchen and a bar, and they had a Leica projector, and they were projecting all the images from the SL3 launch onto the side of this huge building.
Yeah. And someone said to the guy who seemed to be in charge, they said, "Oh, how'd you get permission for that?" And he was like, "We didn't." They just
ask for forgiveness, not permission. Is that how it goes?
It's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. So because Leica make projectors too, so a couple of really fancy ones. Yeah, and then they had this portable one up on the roof, and it was just like a rolling image gallery.
It was like the size of a big shoebox. Like it was,
But
crazy.
It looked great, and just the city in the background. I couldn't believe it. And so every floor is the Leica store, even though normally during the day you can only go in the bottom and then the gallery. Yeah. But then the event, the workshop space above that, and then there's just this outdoor terrace. And we're like, what's this for? Is it just for the employees to just chill? It's like barbecue and stuff out there. It was nice.
Yeah. So of course we were there for a reason. We were there to be part of the launch of the new Leica SL3-P. So the new P model, it had been announced the night before because, global release, all of that. So the cat was already out of the bag, but the Leica folks were pretty excited about this camera. And there was, a lot of them going around the room. Every Leica employee had one. I think they had a couple of others in the studios. And as you saw from
what, 5? It's 5 or 6 maybe?
Maybe 6,
3, 4, 5. I don't know. Somewhere there was enough that I managed to get a hold of one for a little while. Like it wasn't like there was a line of 50 people waiting to touch the camera. Like everyone that wanted to have a go seemed to get a chance to get one in their hands, and that's why I went there. I hadn't ever held one of these SL models at all, not let alone this new one.
Yeah. So just in terms of core specs, this is the SL3-P is a 44 megapixel double resolution. What does that mean? Double resolution. Anyway, it offers a 176 megapixel multi-shoot mode. It's got a huge ISO range. That's the same across the board. It's got fast sensor readout speeds. This is the fastest SL with readout speeds. They were really pushing the sports element of this. They had a couple of motorsport photographers. One got up and spoke, but a lot of the behind the scenes and the B-roll was about these guys out shooting motorsports, primarily with the SL3-P with Sigma lenses. They were using some of the big Sigma zooms at motorsport events.
Yeah, because Leica don't have that level of long. They don't have 500 mil lenses.
but they've got their L mount alliance, which means they don't, they've got other brands that are covering those gaps in the lineup. So, 40 FPS with full autofocus support. It shoots 8K open gate. So they're kind of the core specification. And I think they're also launching a new 100mm macro and a new 50mm prime.
Yes, and the 50mm is really quite compact and nice.
Yeah, it's tiny.
A lot of the Leica lenses are pretty big. This one that's pictured here is a 28-70, which would be the exact lens that I would be getting if I bought one of these cameras. And everyone knows I love a 50. How much? Dennis is right. I think it's under 12K. I think it's like 10 something.
Yeah.
Body only.
Body only, of course. Let's just zoom in here and
good
enhance.
Good gracious.
Where is this one? 10,500.
That's with a 50mm though. Oh, no, hang on, 3.8 for the 50mm.
That's written very poorly because that's not the price with a lens, but it looks like it is, doesn't it? Like and it's actually interesting. Dennis says this, same as the GFX, and I said that to Greg the other day. I was like, it would be you would really be weighing this up against the GFX, even though they're not the same thing because the GFX is a larger format. But it's a nice camera. Yeah. I'll quickly give you my rundown of the event, of what I thought of the camera, because I really wanted to hold an SL3. I love my Q3 again. We had a little bit of a tiff, but now we're back. And I've been thinking a lot about an SL3. They're way out of my regular price range, so it wouldn't make a lot of sense. But also, I said to Greg that the presentation that they gave on this night didn't appeal to me very much. The presentation was really designed for photographers, I guess, Leica photographers that have never had a camera this capable in the Leica ecosystem before, in the Leica.
Yeah.
This is the fastest autofocusing, fastest frame rate,
readout speed,
like quickest readout speed off a sensor. It can even half the readout speed if you go to 12-bit. It can go to like a 20 millisecond readout speed, which is, unfortunately, again, I was like, all of this stuff, everything that they really focused on in the presentation was a step down from my Canon gear. All of it. Every
it was great
spec,
for Leica, but it wasn't for.
What's that?
I said it was great for Leica customers, but not for, like you said.
I thought you said the food was great. So yeah, exactly. So for the presentation, like it basically anyone that's currently shooting with SLs or whatever, or they're thinking about getting an SL from to add to their M system, they would have been like, yes, this thing's really moving forward.
I need one.
It is. I need one. But whereas I was looking at the other way, the thing that appeals to me about this system is the stuff that they've already had for a while, which is the ergonomics, the color science, that sort of stuff, and the lens options. So for me, the presentation wasn't super relevant, and I understand why. But they did have like a beer, and that was awesome. So I tried to drink enough of those that if I end up buying an SL of some sort,
I like your thinking.
I feel like I've got some value out of the experience.
Trade.
And that's when Greg was like, I like this cheese, and I was like, yeah, well, eat as much as you can. So if I do buy one, we can feel like we got our money's worth.
Worth.
Yeah. But gosh, the store is beautiful.
And they've got a whole bunch of old cameras in like museum kind of display cases as well. Yeah. Just beautiful.
And then I got this great shot of Greg having a staring competition with a black and white photo. That was nice.
I love it.
I don't know who won. And what else? I think that was about it, really. And then the next morning, wandering around Melbourne, the Leica experience, the holding the camera, being in the store, being surrounded by all these amazing photo books and amazing photos, really got me into the zone to shoot some Melbourne Leica images. This
Dirty
one's
streets.
called Oak Milk. I figured that I can't believe they were so close to those bins and it just couldn't quite get it in there. This one, I don't know, just dirty, grimy, and then this one right in the breadbasket. And to me, I felt like I was very Leica inspired that morning.
I think you nailed the brief, Justin. I think you did very well. I'm very proud of you.
But we had a good time, didn't we?
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, we met a bunch of people. We're chatting to some people. Amazing how many people you speak to at that sort of event that says, yeah, I've got this one. I've got an M6. I've got an M9. I've got an M11. Oh, I've got the monochrome. Like they just had so much.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
They're like a fanboys.
Yeah. And there was a guy up on the rooftop that I bumped into, and he was an older guy. He might have been like in his 70s, and he's wearing like a red flannel shirt and these big denim overalls. He looked like a farmer. And I started chatting to him, and he's like, I only come to these events anymore because of the food. How good's the cheese? Like it was just,
you found your spirit human.
I did. It's me in like 20 years, basically. I spoke to myself. I've seen the future.
Greg Carrick, this is amazing. I didn't even think of this on the night. Would you like a beer? That's brilliant. None
when
of
you
them
get invited
said
to the next one, you need to pull out all the puns.
I will.
Yo, I'm going to take a little esky next time and bring some cheese home because they weren't.
Justin's going to smuggle some beer home.
Yeah.
Greg Thomas Photography says we should catch up and you can try an SL3 reporter. I would love to. Love to, because the ergonomics of those cameras, I'd often looked at them and thought, are they going to feel boxy and chunky in your hand and just sort of odd compared to my Canon gear or Nikon gear or whatever? And it doesn't. They feel great. Everything, the menus are great. There's one weird thing with the eye tracking autofocus that I don't love, same as on my Q3 compared to the Canons. Canon eye tracking, Lucinda, you know how it's like little gray boxes or blue boxes around the eyes, and it goes from it'll go from like a face box to an eye box.
Yeah.
On the Leicas, there'll be a face box and two eye boxes in yellow, all flashing around, and it's very busy. Yeah, it was
and body box too.
Yeah, and sometimes a body box, and it was just there was a lot of lines on the screen.
I want to be out of the box.
Exactly. And the thing
I can't do the eye tracking thing on the Canon because it stresses me out, because I'm normally looking like the tracking of your eyeball. Like I can't I'm looking in 15 different directions. I'm like looking with one eyeball what's happening on stage and looking at the subject with the other, and it's just like going like this across the screen. And it's the worst. I was like having vertigo. I'm like, turn that off immediately.
I'm sure dad jokes are allowed in the Leica store. I'm pretty sure they were all having a good time. I personally felt out of place, just because I didn't have all the stuff that all the people there probably have. But we certainly felt very welcome, didn't we, Greg?
Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, it was.
Everyone was very friendly, very welcome. They put on a lovely show, and it was great.
Yeah, we got a little Leica pin on entry. Oh, yeah. I don't know where mine's gone. Just a little enamel pin thing.
Security guard pat you down on the way out. Make sure I didn't try and put a SL3 in my
pocket. They took your mugshot too before you walked in.
Yeah, several times. Yeah. No, look, it was a great event. It was impressive. It was slick. Good turnout too. Like the room, when they did the formal presentation of the launch, the room was chockers, and they had about 2 or 3 people get up, just very short presentations. But all of that part of it was over very quickly, and they just wanted people to go and experience the cameras, which was great, But it was interesting hearing the main guy. I can't remember what his role was. I think he's like a product manager for Australia, talking about. Often he'd talk about things like they would go and do training, or they'd have field days where they get to test new gear, and then they go to training to learn how to sell the new gear and talk about the new gear. Like they're really thorough with what they do.
Yeah,
everything is very well thought out, very German, very well thought out, very planned. Everything in its place,
Yeah,
so which is great.
Yeah, and just so passionate about photos. The whole everything, the store, that you just felt like you were in a photographer's place. Or videographers.
Definitely.
There were some videographers there too.
Yeah.
All right. Dennis says, I shot an entire gig at ISO 6400 on the Q3 the other night in a dark space, and it was okay. But the SL3-P is a low light beast. Really the only reason why the 44 megapixel. yeah, it'll be better on low light. And they say the SL3S is even better again. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll continue thinking. I'm not rushing into anything. I'll enjoy my Canon gear for now.
Might have to let go of a couple of 50 mils to fund it.
Maybe just one or two.
All of them. I was like,
All of them.
just sell everything I've got and get one camera, one lens from Leica.
Yeah.
All right. Should we do some photos and then
Let's do some photos
and then go into the news a bit later?
Yeah, why not? Let's just dive in.
All right. Give me a second to get myself under control here.
You do that. Who we got up first? David.
Where are we? David who?
There it is. He's back.
He's back.
He's back. David Liparati. Welcome back. Hi, Justin, Greg, and everyone. I thought that you might like another RAAF aircraft image shot on film. Of course it is. Image one. This is an RAAF 75 SQM Mirage over Penang Island, Malaysia in 1986. This image was taken in thunderstorms while descending through 15,000 to 20,000 feet after a vertical climb up to approximately 30,000 feet.
Wow. That's a cracking photo,
isn't it?
The framing too, it's so like millimeters of space on the edges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
This is nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts. There's more too.
There's behind the scenes. So there's behind the scenes RAAF Mirage flight dressed, ready to fly. And then the next one is being strapped into an ejector seat.
Wow.
Which is just bananas to think of. All images were taken with the Nikon FM camera, Kodak VPS film. Not sure of the lens used or the exposure. These images are copies from a 4x6 print, which is all I have left. I wish to thank Justin for reaching out to see how things are, as I had not submitted any images for a while or commented in the chat. All is well, just family priorities to the top of my list at present. Thanks again for the opportunity to show some of my work. More infrared images to come, which we're always excited for.
Thanks for sending them in, David. We missed the plane photos, but we know you're busy and you've got plenty to do. So don't stress, but it's wonderful to see some more insane planes shot on film again. It's great. Yeah. It's so, I can never get enough. David said he was 28 years old at the time.
Wow.
Bruce Moore says you could make a book, David, which would sell like hotcakes for plane nerds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pat Ballon was right onto it. Mirage, what's that? Mirage 1110. How do you 1110? 1110. No. Yeah. So cool.
Cool.
Do we do a couple more?
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's look at crackers. Greg Carrick. A couple of double exposures. I've been watching these on social. He's being very creative. Both images are paired with my astrophotography efforts. The metadata doesn't make much sense, as the photos are sourced from cameras, a smart telescope, and my phone. No AI involved. The kookaburra sitting on the southern... Yeah. And the kookaburra sitting on that windmill is real.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are great.
Yeah, I love
and then
that.
there's this one as well.
Oh.
So double exposures, but like, so some of it is a source from a camera, a smart telescope, and my phone. That's so cool. Those smart telescopes must be just something else.
Yeah.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
I was about
Greg's
to say
also
maybe
been
that's
doing...
the next piece of kit.
Yeah, well, could buy 10 of them instead of a Leica.
Leica, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think Greg just got a C-Star a couple of months ago, which is the one he's referring to, the smart telescope. But he's also been doing some in-camera double exposures, one frame and then the next. They're amazing. I'm going to try and do some of that this week when I get out.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I've never done it, so why not? Let's do another one.
Yes.
I'm in a mood. Paul Carpenter. G'day, Paul. G'day, Justin, Greg. Just had 6 weeks away in the UK, and although the majority of my weekends were dedicated to air shows, I did spend some time out in the Peak and Lake districts. Look at that. I was out early for sunrise one morning and came across this guy who had no interest whatsoever in sharing his hill with me. I spent some time quietly observing him while every few minutes he gave me a piece of his mind and put on this display to scare me off. Cheers, Paul. Shot on the R5, 1/1600th of a second, ISO 1250 on the RF 100 to 500 at 500 f7.1.
It's just, let's get a close look. Oh no, hang on. Let's get a close look at this facial expression.
Yeah.
Oh,
get off my
So
hill.
good. Yeah, get away.
That's the detail.
Yeah,
That's a great shot. Well done, mate.
I love that there's.
I like the
Is that-
movement.
Yeah, I was
And
going
the
to say
flick
that
at the
little bit of motion on the edges, so
Yeah.
it's just enough to show that it wasn't just posing. It was like,
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah. That's very cool. Well done.
Yeah. Bruce Moyle, that image needs a speech bubble. Memes
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. get off my lawn.
I was about to say, get off my lawn is the perfect one.
Lisa Leach said he's singing "The Hills Are Alive" with the sound of music. I don't know if it's. I think it's
Maybe
more
we
yelling.
just need to feel like we just need to caption this. Everyone needs to send in their
Caption
best
this.
caption for this.
Yeah.
There's a social media post for you.
Come on! See, the ideas just flow out of you. We need you. We need you to social us up a bit.
Yeah. That sounds really creepy, Jay. Don't ever say that again.
Social us up. What's wrong with that?
You said it in this husky voice and it just sounded wrong for all the wrong
okay.
reasons.
All right.
Should we do another one?
Moving
one
on.
more.
One more? Let's do
more.
Maya Hall.
do it.
Two of the halls. We'll start with Maya's, then we'll go to John's. Hi, Justin, Greg, and Jim. Following on from last week, this is my second double whammy, Opera House and Vivid, from my self-imposed Opera House challenge, shot on the Nikon Z6 III, 63 millimeter, at 63 millimeter on the 24 to 120 Z lens, f5, 1/25th of a second, ISO 560. Last week, similar settings, except shot at 56. The lens is beautiful to use. The shot was taken 7 minutes after last week's image. I took 500 plus shots from my three Vivid visits. Don't worry, I know the rules. There weren't many people around when this was taken, and I was so thrilled to get this one. Yeah, it's lovely.
The bar sign is, I love that.
Yeah, I love
Just
the
neon,
reflection.
Yeah.
Was it wet or? Yeah, because it was.
Yeah, it is a little bit like shiny, I think, from memory of where that is.
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember.
looks
But
great.
yeah, I reckon it's a bit wet.
I try to higher contrast in editing, but I like the visibility of the Opera House wall on the right, which gives the image context. John and I love Thursday's episode with Andy Campbell. It was so mind-blowing and amazing. There's that term again, mind-blowing. A riveting episode, highly recommend. Inspired by the episode, we've been binging on the Astrophotography Prize image critique sessions over the weekend, as it had been very wet in Sydney. The critique sessions are very informative. However, I've come to the conclusion I don't have the patience or temperament or budget for deep space photography. Don't think many people do. The people who do it are superhuman, special beings, indeed.
It's so interesting you say that, because I think that was the exact conclusion that Greg and I came to. Like it's so cool, and I'd love to go and experience it, but certainly at this phase of my life, I don't have the patience to do that. Not even at anywhere near the level that Andy does it at, but even at like a beginner level, I don't think, beyond a smart telescope or something. But I would love to see it and watch someone do it and pretend that I took a photo, even though they set everything up. That would be fun. So, yeah. Have you ever experimented with anything like that, Lucinda? Like
I don't have much
telescope?
No. Like, I don't have much patience for landscapes, so I'd be absolutely stuffed with astro. I found those images so interesting though, because I am so used to seeing, the like moving stars like shots rather than that deep space. Like they were so like almost abstract. Yeah. And I think like that's it's nice and refreshing to see work like that when you're constantly consuming content. Like, it was so different to how I like when you say astrophotography, there's a certain image that comes to mind, and that was not it. And I was pleasantly surprised about it.
Yeah, same.
Agreed. Pretty full on. But, you know, man, it's that whole patience thing, isn't it? Because some of his images, when you saying like they're taking like 3 or 6 months to collate the data,
that's crazy.
Just to form that one image. Like,
I have patience to Photoshop things. Like,
Yep. All right, let's just quickly get John Hall's shot out of the way. Not out of the way. Let's have a look at John Hall's shot. Sorry, John.
Just get it out of the way. Just I can just delete it if you want, Greg.
Let's just get it over with. Sorry, John. I didn't mean it that way. I'm just conscious it's getting closer and closer to Justin's bedtime. So
we've got plenty of time. This show's going great.
We're still not making it.
We're not. But here's John's words. Hi, Justin, Greg, and everyone. I was hoping to send an image from Vivid tonight, but I still haven't finished editing them. So instead, I have another one from our last trip to Hobart. This was taken on the same walk-up Myrtle Gully track as last week's Secret Falls. Oh, I've got a yawn. If I was clever, I would give you the botanical name, but all I can tell you is it is fungus. Nikon D7500 with a Nikon 18-300 at 105mm f16, 10 seconds, ISO 100. It was a single shot with a non-macro lens, no flash, and with very little ambient light. Cheers, John. That's amazing.
Yeah. No macro, no nothing. Well done.
Just threw it open for 10 seconds and just let the light come to you.
And that's that
cool
same
texture.
Lens. So this is, I just went, hang on. Let's just take a departure to last week. Is it last week? This is the same lens that John used for his photo from last week, which was this one.
That's insane.
So he's gone for a stroll.
He's showing off now, isn't he?
Yeah, take that.
He loves some versatility.
Like that is...
Yeah,
that's the benefit of super zooms, as they call them, or whatever you call them, all in ones. So good, so good. Color's great too.
Yeah, texture's really cool.
Dennis has said,
"No one should be eating any poisoned mushrooms. We have not learnt from the beef Wellington."
That's true. He just says lick it for a lovely afternoon in the forest. And David Skinner says looks tasty. Bruce Moss says looks tasty.
There's a lot of tasty comments and I'm concerned.
Yeah. Tim Siama says that is a versatile lens. Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Phil Thompson says incredible shot, John. Great detail and lighting. Yeah, I love the little spider web just coming off the side there.
Yeah.
Let me just, before we move on, let's just, whoa.
Whoa, look at that detail.
It's little drips and stuff.
That's crazy. It's not even a macro lens.
Yeah, it's wild.
Nice work, John.
Gravy. It does.
Yeah, it does feel like gravy, doesn't it?
Forbidden gravy.
Yeah.
yeah, thou shalt not partake in that gravy. Cool. Do we what else? Do we do a little bit of news?
Let's do a bit of news. Let's cover off a bit of news. Let me just read through a couple that we don't need to bring up just yet because some of these are rumors. Fujifilm. Oh, let's start with Fujifilm. Who would have thought? One of the most popular lenses in the Fujifilm Red Badge, so that's their premium kind of professional lens range for the X mount, is the XF50-140 f2.8. That was the lens. You know how I tell the story about how I walked into a camera store in Kyoto really drunk and I walked out with a lens? That's the lens I walked out with. Like I paid for it. I didn't steal it. I paid for it. But my credit
Justin,
card
you should
got
have walked
blocked
into the Leica store really drunk and bought a Leica.
I drank a lot of those beers. I was trying, but I didn't. I wasn't there long enough to get anywhere near that kind of level of here. Take my card. Also, I don't have a credit card. It's my like I have a debit card. They would have swiped it and been like, "Bow."
Yep. Sorry.
You can have one of the photo books, not the good ones. The ones
you
at
can
the
have
bottom.
A postcard.
I was selling rolls of film for $22. I almost bought one. I have no need for it. I thought I'll have something like it.
Yeah, that I should have bought because the boxes for those films looked really cool.
They did look cool. Anyway, so the rumor is that they're in September. There's a Mark II of the Fujifilm 50-140 coming out, which will be smaller, lighter, and optimized for the new 40 megapixel sensors. So there's that part of it, but that is also part of a rumored release coming out in September, October, depending on which rumor site you read, of the Fujifilm X-T6 coming out. So that one's doing the rumor run again. And it's kind of timely. We're about at the time when Fujifilm would bring out a new XT model.
Yeah, it's got to be close. It's got to be,
So there'll be that. Apparently, there's other lenses on the roadmap apparently that will come out with this launch, but we'll wait and see. What else? Samyang Schneider, which is the weirdest camera lens name I've ever heard. There's a new Samyang Schneider 60-180 f2.8 FE lens for Sony full frame coming. It's just been officially announced. And I just thought that 60-180 is a really interesting focal range.
Well, we talked about, I think it must have been rumored when Dennis was on. When was that? Gosh, it's a blur.
2-3 weeks maybe, yeah.
It was rumored, maybe it was last week. I don't know. It was rumored when Dennis was on, because I remember asking him, I think, like, would you give up 200 to get 60 instead of 70? You know, like give up a little bit of the long to get slightly wider. Would you, Lucinda? Would you give up 200 mil to get 60 mil?
I don't know. That's a weird focal length for me. Like just in general, I think that's probably not versatile enough for me. And again, I'm a weird one where I need sort of certain. I've got like a 24-105 for me is like a nice all round. Like I'm using that for video at the moment. 60-180 just feels like a bit of a nothing.
It kind of feels like you'd be looking for a wider lens all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's more of a comparison to a 70 to 200. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
so
okay,
if you need that, so I'm comparing it to like, all right, I've normally got a 70 to 200. How am I racked out to 200? And then I could always crop a little bit. But sometimes you're at 70 and you just want to just get just that tiny bit wider and maybe, I don't know.
I don't think I'd be running. I don't think I'd be running to get it if Canon made the same equivalent.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair. In other news, Tamron have announced a new 17-70 f2.8 DI Mark III VC RXD lens for Nikon Z mount, and they've also got their and
also
RF
and Canon RF. And I got so excited because I was like, "Oh, heck yeah, a 17-70." That'd be so good. There must be more news about this if this is true. And then I realized it was a crop sensor lens. And I was like,
But they've also got the same lens for Fuji X mount that's fairly new, recent. I'm looking to get a copy of that to do a review of it.
Oh, nice.
Because, I think that'd be a fun lens to play with. And Viltrox just announced 2 new lenses for APS-C, which is a 75 1.8 and a 92.2. Both are identical in size and weight and almost, the internals, but under $500 Australian a pop, which makes them really attractive, especially if you're looking for, a little bit more reach in a budget-friendly lens. So, that's the lens news out of the way. In Sony camera news, apparently this has been confirmed it's confirmed that Sony will announce the FX5 cine camera and a RX10V sometime in July. The RX10s, that's like their bridging cameras, isn't it?
Yes.
They sort of do it all, one body, one, like the lens is part of it, and they're bulky.
Yeah.
And you mentioned earlier very quickly in random news that Meta is launching cheaper smart glasses without Ray-Ban. And then I saw on that same article, it said something like they're also looking at just releasing glasses without cameras, which seemed weird. But, I guess if they're leaning into making lenses, they might as well sell as many as they can.
Yeah.
So,
one more piece of news that I saw floating around over the past week that was weird. The company Visco, VSCO, I don't know what you say, Visco.
Yep.
Used to be popular. Yeah, popular back in the day. I actually had their Lightroom presets, and I made some
Same.
really nice presets based on those, and I really liked them. And they kind of disappeared from that scene. They went heavier into their app and sort of did presets in their app, and also kind of tried to do social sharing and stuff like that, I think.
Yeah.
And then they kind of went off my radar. They have announced they must have been doing professional photography editing, but on iPads and mobile, not on desktop yet. And they're working on that. And then they just kind of released it as an all-in-one subscription for $500 a year. That they're saying is cheaper than if you had everything separately, because it also includes online gallery hosting, like for client galleries, and also business management software, and like sort of I guess compared to like Studio Ninja or something like that, like a and I just sort of looked at it and I was like, wow, it's a bold move, because I don't know anyone that would go all in one for business work using Visco to edit.
It's giving jack of all trades, master of none.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys aren't known for leading any of these segments, so it would be weird for anyone to kind of go, oh, well, I'll just use them for everything.
I'll just get rid of every subscription I've got and just go fully. Yeah, you have to be good at something.
That's right.
Like you have to have a proven.
If Lightroom launched online gallery, they probably already have. I don't know. I'm sure they do have that, but you know what I mean. It would make sense.
I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Anyway. And that was the other news that David Leparati's just mentioned here, which I think Greg had on there as well. Adobe purchased Topaz Labs.
Yeah.
So Bruce Moyle says, I'm a bit shitty about Adobe buying Topaz. Not that I'm happy with Topaz's subscription either. Adobe's probably worse. I don't know.
Yeah.
See what happens, or whether they just absorb it into Lightroom, I guess.
Yeah, I reckon they will. They won't leave it as Topaz Labs for long.
I never used Topaz.
Yeah, I only did it I did a couple of reviews on it years ago. I don't know. If you've already got Lightroom, it just feels redundant to have other stuff sometimes, depending on what you're doing, obviously, quality and stuff like that. But it's that whole monopoly thing again, one company sort of rules it all. Bothers me.
Is that pretty? Should we get back into the images? You got any other sneaky news in there that you need to?
I don't think so. No, I think we covered all the big ones. There's a couple of spacey ones in there, but we'll leave that for another time. I was just inspired after talking to Andy last week. Let's jump into some more images.
All right. First, I'll just say, on the Topaz stuff, Bruce says Gigapixel was brilliant. Dennis says Topaz saved my bacon many times because I'm shit often. Philip Johnson says Adobe have been linking into Topaz for a while. Felicity Johnson loves Topaz Studio 2 for creative editing. Parabellum's using DxO and has been quite impressed with it. And Nev Clark says it's already in there, guys, and you get 500 credits per month, which equates to 25 photos. It's 20 credits per photo. Interesting. And JC Orange is in the house. Quickly, back here. Where are we? Greg Thomas
Who are we up to?
said, I'm just going to read this one out. It says, how do we send you photos? Well, Greg, simply email them to me, justin@luckystraps.com.au. That's justin@luckystraps.com.au. Write in the subject line like your images or something. Title the, almost everyone today titled their file name with their name, which is quite wonderful for me.
Good job, team.
So just title it, your name, and then whatever you want for the file name or a number or anything like that. And email it to me. And just give us a little bit of a rundown of like why you like this photo, where you took it, the story behind it, of whatever you like, shorter as long as you want, just not too long, and the camera settings if you like.
Yeah, and what camera and lens you used.
Yeah. And ideally before about 5 o'clock on Mondays would be great. And then we'll bring them up on the show. And as while we're on this topic, as Greg Carrick said. Beat the rush. Click like now. You can even subscribe to the podcast also. It's free.
Yeah.
And as other Greg says, you can tickle the bell.
Indeed.
And if you tickle the bell, it'll tell you when we're about to go live and then when we do go live. So you don't even have to keep track of it. But it's, Monday night, 7:30, Thursday mornings, 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We interview a wonderful photographer like Lucinda Goodwin or Andy Campbell. So, or all the other ones. There's 80 or 90 interviews that we've done.
Yep.
So
More
that's
to come.
that. Brought to you by Lucky Camera Straps. If you want to buy a camera strap, head to luckystraps.com and use code Greg. Most amazing leather camera straps with quick release that you'll ever did find.
Yep.
Okay, back to the show.
Let's have a look at some more images. Next up, I haven't seen this name before. Shamit Shah.
New.
Shamit. New player has entered the arena.
Ta-da.
Here we go. I have 3 images which I took yesterday on my walk around Lake Gwelup, which is local to where I live. The images were taken with my OM TG7. Hey.
Nice. Good choice.
One is an image with a wide view of the lake, and the other 2 are images of some roots protruding out of the water with some reflections of the roots. Indeed. All the images were taken at ISO 100. I attached an ND filter to slow the shutter speed down to try and smooth out the ripples in the water. Oh, wow. There's almost a kind of an insecty, spidery feel to them, isn't there?
Yeah. That one, especially because it's
spindly.
A little bit underneath the water that's a bit creepy that you can't quite
see. Shots were taken around 3:30 with some cloud cover and no harsh sunlight. I did not have a tripod, but was able to rest the camera on some posts to try and avoid camera shake. Thank you for hosting a great show. Well, thank you for sending in your images, Shamit. We look forward to seeing more. Yeah, I really like that previous one. That was very cool. It's almost abstract.
How good's the TG7 for a stroll around the lake?
Yeah.
Do wide shots.
You can throw it in the lake.
You could jump in the lake. Yeah, great work. I like that one. I'd be interested to see a black and white, maybe.
Same. I was going to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
Yeah, very cool. Well done. Thank you. Yeah. Up next, Parabellum Collectibles. I would love to submit these photos for your weekly show. Having recently been to Japan, I hate you. I have quite a few photos that I'm currently going through, and over time I will submit. These shots in this week's submission are of the black kite that seem to be everywhere across Japan on the coastal region and rivers. Great to snap when they are lower, but not always willing to accommodate. These are probably the best shots so far that I've come across. Oh, look at that.
Love the backlit.
Yeah, that's amazing. These were shot on the Canon R7 with a Sigma 16-300. There's another do-it-all lens.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
To 6.7 DC OSC RFS.
Yeah, epic work.
Yeah.
Was it hard to get, were they were everywhere? Was it hard to get these shots? I'd be interested to know if it was, to get this close, this one.
Yeah, you're turning every corner and they're there, or.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the backlit.
That one's.
Yeah, that's cool too.
Just standing on top of the post, just hey.
Yeah.
It's my post.
It's like the other bird shot we had before.
That's right.
It's a theme.
Ooh. We got boats.
Yeah.
I want to see some more boats. Very nice. But yeah, these backlit ones are obviously crowd pleasers. Love them.
Well done.
Yeah, nice.
Well done indeed.
I'm keen to see some more from Japan too.
Yeah. Did you go to Japan for birding, or was it just part of the overall appeal? What else were you shooting there? Interested to know. Moving right along.
They love hanging out around the thermals of the buildings.
Okay.
And that's the word I was looking for. Felicity Johnson said totem.
It looks like a totem pole. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, really liked getting low. Wow. Great work. And yeah, do it all lenses. They're the heroes of tonight.
Yeah.
So good.
Nice. Up next, we've got Sir Dennis Smith.
Here he is. Okay. I'll be ready when you're ready.
All right. Here's from Dennis. Here are a couple of images. They are the same images, one horribly light and the other as I like. The things we do for social media. Oh, wow, Dan.
Yeah.
Sorry, got caught up. I did a workshop series and a public light painting event for the Art Gallery of South Australia Biennial in March 2016. Long story short, as part of the negotiations, I said a night in the gallery should be part of it. And they said, yeah, that's not going to happen. But it did. Unfortunately, you cannot see here the stunning play of light on the bronze Canon 5D Mark II. 5-second exposure, single exposure, as always with Dennis. And among other works, this is Pierre de Wissant, Monumental Nude by Auguste Rodin.
Obviously. Giving that at the museum.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. The tones in the darker one, I can see what you mean there, Dan. It's like the tones on the floor and the walls and then all through the sculpture is just beautiful. But I can also see how this would be a more of a scroll stopper, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because the other one's so dark. Is that tell us, Lucinda, you're the social media expert. What's the deal?
Yeah, well, I think Dennis, I shared the lighter one, so it would be easier to see. Yeah, I think that's the key there. Like, yeah, some things are maybe a bit too dark to sort of pick up in an instant when you're scrolling so quickly as you do these days.
Yeah, and like low res through YouTube and stuff like that, like on our stream, it's a lot easier to see what's going on in the frame with this light one. But on my screen here with the bigger window, this one's just
epic. Like that's and that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't see their work. I'm pretty sure Dennis prints heaps, but like this would be epic printed. But a lot of people don't see their work printed. They see it backlit on a screen all the time. Much like, a lot of general public just see images that way as well. So
beautiful.
Amazing. And Lisa Leach nailed the review. Wild.
Wild.
Wild. It is wild.
Tweak Production says, I feel like the statue created the motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like collaborating with another artist that I assume doesn't know that this happened. I don't know who that artist is. I'm assuming they probably weren't there hanging with Dennis, but you never know. Dennis says the light lines up with his hands too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we enhance? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really intentional.
Beautiful.
But yeah, just this glow and then the like coming through the mirror over here. It just love that. Love it. Thanks, Dennis.
Only Dan. Who we got next? Very conscious of Justin's bedtime. Phil Thompson.
Phil Thompson. We've got
not going to happen.
Time. We're cruising. We're cruising. Slow it down a bit. We don't want to rush it.
Well, you're the one that got us all razzed up about you have to go to bed by a certain time.
That's right.
Turn
into a pumpkin.
All right, let's look at Phil Thompson's photos. Hey, Justin and Greg, attached to my submission for tonight's shows, titled Lines in the Sand. Oh, wow. It's almost like skin.
Ooh.
Like elephant skin or something.
That one, yeah.
Sometimes, sometimes it pays to look down and see what is happening under our feet. Excuse me, sorry, I'm yawning again.
Apparently, Greg needs to go to bed too.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, I'm significantly older than him. This was the case when I was staying in Invercargill, New Zealand, back in 23. Went for a drive to Orito Beach, a few minutes out of Invercargill. I drove onto a flat, sandy beach, as many did, and then went for a short walk on the sand, which was rather dark and even black in some spots. That's amazing. Looking down, the patterns and lines in the sand made by the tidal movements became fairly obvious, so I decided to concentrate on photographing the different patterns created. So here are just a few to show the diversity that there was in just a very small area of that beach. I've included one of the water actually rolling onto the sand. Oh, wow. To show what was happening. As always, thank you for a great show on both days of the week, creating a community and a platform for photographers.
This one's my favorite.
Yeah, me too, I think.
Yeah.
The lines just rolling through and the way the tones change. I want to, I need to just.
And it's just a great example of what photographers see versus what most people would just walk past or step over.
Yeah.
You know, it's that critical eye. It's looking for that play of light and shadow and texture and all those things.
Yeah, Nev makes a good point. The abstract idea is really cool. Like this could be a really cool like collection of images that you build up over time.
Yeah. Amazing.
Tweak also likes this one. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It just like they're all great, but that one just immediately sort of wowed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's amazing. It's a really simple idea, but he's created art from it. He's created something of interest.
Yeah.
He's quite a good
really
photographer.
Yeah, he does all right.
Winner of the potty.
What's the potty?
I'm not sure about that acronym.
Yeah, it feels
we
weird,
can't change it now. It's locked in. It's annual event. I'm going to make a little statue this year.
Yeah. Let's move along. Nev Clark.
Nev Clark.
The story, kissing and hugging dolphins. I don't know if that meant that they're doing it themselves or if Nev wanted to do it. Really, do we capture something precisely at the right time? Remember the missing giraffe? It's a very abstract question there, Nev. I'm not sure where you're going with that. This is shot with a DJI Mavic 4, and he loves this drone. ISO 400, shutter speed 1/1000th at f2.8 at an altitude of 60 meters. Legal height in WA for whales and dolphins. A beautiful moment. Yeah, that is.
Such an interesting perspective.
Yeah. I just can't believe that he gets to go and fly drones and see this stuff.
Whales
so
and dolphins.
Cool.
And
yeah.
He's been putting quite a few whale shots up on his Insta.
Whales,
and Facebook. Yeah, just amazing.
So cool. So cool just to see them just cruising around out in their ocean and living their life. And you get to capture a shot like this.
Yeah.
Let's see how big of a file he sent us. Ooh, big enough. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It is. Well done, Nev.
Which one's your favorite of these two, Nev? Or couldn't you decide? Yeah, love it.
Yep.
You need to get a helicopter.
Borrow Dennis's.
A full-size drone. A human-sized drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, borrow Dennis.
Yep. Who we got next? Felicity Johnson, who I have to say has become quite prolific. I like the word prolific. I think it exemplifies Felicity's approach to photography. She's just everywhere, winning stuff, posting stuff, going on walks, everything. It's lovely to watch. Felicity Johnson, I have attached a few photos, including a file before editing. Raw file saves as JPEG as the RAW was huge, and a phone photo of ghost fungi I took a month ago at 8:30 p.m.
We've got some more themes.
That's the before,
fungus.
Is it? Yeah,
it is a fungusy night, isn't it? It's a little fungusy.
So the bioluminescent fungi grow a few minutes from home in the Welsford Forest and even at the base of big gums on our property. They're a bit like an aurora where you can't really see any glow at night, sometimes very, very faint, and a long exposure is required. This is about 5 or 6 photos merged in Photoshop. Shot with a Nikon Z8, 24-70, 20-second exposure, f5.6, ISO 1600. No external light except for a lovely nearly full moon. I increased exposure, pulled the whites up a small bit on the fungi and darkened a couple of areas. Like auroras, I pulled back the saturation a wee bit as it felt too gawky. Amazing.
So yeah,
That's insane.
there's the raw, and then there's the edit.
Yeah, well handled.
Yeah, nothing
Not
too
overdone.
over the top.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, it's just what you would do to show the photo to process the raw. Nothing that you've gone and sort of had to really change it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the phone photo, and that's why,
insane.
ladies and gentlemen, we don't use phones.
Yeah.
I assume this was in the day. I assume this was in the daytime as well. But yeah. Wow. Okay. So that's what it looks like. You could just walk past it and have no idea that at night it looks like that. Wow.
That crazy.
You're quite the naturalist, Felicity.
Wonderful.
Phil Thompson says, wow, Felicity, love that fungi shot with the lighting and the shape. Tweak Production says, this stuff is so cool. Love to see this real life one day. Me too.
Yeah.
Dennis says,
I'd love to see this closer.
Like as
Like,
in
like macro-y.
real close. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Because like all the
Challenge,
edges are really
Felicity.
like intricate and like delicate.
Yeah.
So you mean like you want to just see like
I just want to get.
where are we?
Yeah.
Like this. Where is
Yeah.
it? This bit.
Oh,
Like something
wow,
just
look at that.
Right. I mean, it's pretty.
You can
It's
crop
pretty
it. It's
detailed.
pretty good.
Wow.
But yeah,
That's
I'd love to see like a
crazy.
series of those, like, because it's all,
Yeah.
like, I would imagine it's not huge, like maybe like the size of like if you cupped your hands together, but like yeah, all the little like detaily parts and all the little like edges and stuff.
Dennis says, "This is what my brain looks like on mushies." Or just when you're light painting, maybe, Dennis. This is what it glows like when you're working.
I don't want to know what the combination of the two of those things look like, but
Felicity says you got lots of macro too. Of course you have.
Fabulous.
I would even think that
I would
you
love
haven't
to
yet.
see
Yeah, next week. Close up is wild and awesome details. Yeah, very cool. Let's take a little pause.
All right.
And maybe let's have a look at Lucinda's images that she sent through, and then maybe we'll have a look at it. You can show us a real Lucinda that would be, just a reel or two example of how to do socials. But first of all, these are some of the images you sent in of what you've been doing.
Yeah. So I shot a friend's first headline show ever, which is pretty exciting for a musician. She flew in her band, like half of them were from Tassie, some from the Sunshine Coast, some from Melbourne. So yeah, pretty big occasion. It was also her 30th birthday, so it was like a big celebration.
Oh wow.
Thing. But yeah, so I grabbed some recent stuff that I was shooting. So this was on Saturday night. And yeah, just in a like a smaller venue. It's at the Workers Club in Fitzroy. So yeah, just did some quick backstage portraits. The dressing room is like tiny, like not like maybe 3 meters by 1.5 meters or something, with a curtain on the side of it. So yeah, very, very small venue. Which often I think like emerging artists, like obviously I'm good friends with this person, but like a lot of emerging artists sometimes see my socials and are like, oh, she will never shoot my show that's in insert venue here. Because it is that, I think we were talking about before, Justin, like the perception. Like sometimes my perception is that I am out of reach because I'm shooting like arenas and festivals and Bon Scott, Mural,
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, yeah. So like it's sometimes nice to like go back, and it's also a bit more challenging too. Like I don't have the most perfect light, and like it's a bit grungy and a bit, a bit harder to navigate. So it was a fun shoot. It's always fun to work with friends too.
Exactly.
But
yeah. And as Dennis said, what a portrait! That is.
Yeah. She was so nervous too. Like she's been very, very nervous the whole time, because obviously your headline show, first headline show, like you're not sure whether people are going to show up, and with obviously the cost of living and all of the things, like it's a pretty scary thing to put on, a show that's solely penned on you. But yeah, like a big packed room and just so supportive and yeah, so it was great. And yeah, just so much fun. And I guess too, like it's very easy to take portraits of your friends. Like if you know their mannerisms and you sort of know them on a bit of a more personal level, it's easier to sort of get the best out of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Break down their walls a little bit and get them laughing and yeah. She looks like a star. I love that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. Bruce says, that is common once you get known. People think you are too insert thing here, busy, expensive, etc. They don't reach out. I find that can actually be isolating for you as an artist.
I think that's why social media is so important. Again, not to beat that drum so hard, but like I think just being really transparent, and I think I've over the last maybe 2 years have been a lot more transparent with some of those things. Just like I post a calendar with my availability on it when I'm like, you know, a couple of times a month, I'm like, here are my available dates, like happy to book in anything, happy to book in portraits and this and that and whatever. And most of the time I get 1 or 2 inquiries about that. It's normally on my stories, so it normally expires in 24 hours. But yeah, I just put it out there because what's the worst that can happen? You know, like you don't hear from anyone. It's fine.
I think it's a brilliant idea.
It's just like, yeah, cool. I've got these availability. Like, and I think it goes the other way too, where I've got a reel currently that's unedited, but like the like last minute thing, like a lot of people at the moment are leaving everything to the last minute to book a photographer. Like I was going away for a trip to Sydney and I was leaving on the Saturday morning and coming home the Monday, and I'd had nothing booked in for that weekend. I had booked it like last year. It was to go and see a friend in Sydney, and I had 3 inquiries on the Friday morning for Saturday and Sunday shows. I'm not in the state, like but it's just like people do leave it to the last minute. I also think like again, it's probably different in my industry to a lot of others because I have like a direct contact or like I can see that there's an event coming up or that somebody's coming to town. So I'll just message them. I'll be like, hey, if I've had like a connection with them or, you know, there's a mutual friend somewhere or I've worked with another artist that they're friends with, or I just message them and be like, hey, I'm in town. I messaged someone this morning that's in town this week and just reached out and just said, hey, I'm actually local to Geelong. You know, if you need coverage, let me know. Yeah. There's no skin off my back. The only thing that's going to happen is either they say no or they don't reply. That's the worst things that can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
But you're proactively, casting to try and catch some work.
Yeah. And like I could take the weekend off.
Come to you. Yeah.
Like I could very much do with a sleep in. But yeah, like there's, there's shots, the shows that I might like to shoot and make that connection. Yeah. Dennis, thanks for that. I feel like that is a lovely like comment thing that I'm trying really hard to do. And I want to work with more emerging artists. I have a really great where I live in Geelong, there's a lot of like emerging artists, and because I've kind of gone and done a lot of work in Melbourne, I've kind of like not fallen out of the local scene because I'm very much still in it, but like, it's moved on without me and sort of a little bit of a way. And so, yeah, I met a few younger musicians on Saturday at this networking thing, and they were like, oh, like I've seen your content, or, they didn't feel like they couldn't come up to me and have a conversation. And that's not me trying to blow smoke up my ass, but like sometimes, yeah, when you are perceived as like working with these big artists and doing these big shows and all of that, sometimes, yeah, you do seem out of reach, where it's like, no, I want to shoot the dirty, dingy pub and I want to shoot the arena. Like you could do both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very cool. What's a reel that I can play?
What's a reel?
A reel that I can play that will show us I don't know, non-socialers how we should be attempting to get ourselves out there.
A lot of the B-roll ones have got copyrighted music in it, so don't play those. And then a lot of them with my face in it and me talking, and I don't love the sound of my own voice. So let's.
Okay.
Some of them are quite lengthy as well.
I can always
go stalking.
I can always mute some of the music. I just want to see a little. I just want to see something. Like what? So will this be a behind the scenes one?
Yeah, click on that one. I think that one's a really good one because like if you haven't sort of picked up on Instagram now lets you comment photos. So you can reply to a post with photos. So this was me trying to capture some of that, and it's got not that many likes on it, but there's a lot of comments on it of people sharing photos of gigs. And they're not all photographers. There is obviously you can see some photographers there, but a lot of them are just like sharing their favorite gig memory. So you could get really clever in the way that you use it. No, because you can't do it on desktop. But if you look at that reel on your phone, it's people just sharing like a little story about, this particular gig that they went to and a little image. And it's great conversation starter. Like a lot of people that follow me are either music photographers or musicians or lovers of music, all going to be captured in this one reel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because everyone's got an iPhone photo.
That here too, this is just a one behind the scenes clip. And obviously it has some music that we can't play, which is probably very cool. But
it's 8 seconds of just me standing in a photo pit.
Exactly. It's not like edited. It's not something that took you an hour to try and put together in CapCut or whatever the cool kids are using these days.
If you look at like my feed at the moment, you can click on that one too. That one's got music in it. But that's the photo I sent you guys last week. And then I just so happened to have taken, and I didn't mean to do this, but I was shooting her sound check and it's almost in the exact same spot. And so all is 2 images with her track underneath it.
It says double tap to fill the venue, but what happens when you double tap?
You like it.
It just likes the reel, but the amount of time it takes you to go, oh, can I do that? You're probably going to be right on time. And then the venue fills up. It's perfect. And then they like the reel. Love it.
And that was just happy accident when I was scrolling through the Lightroom catalog. I was like, oh, this is great. Love when I do this. But you probably see a little trend that I don't put sort of too many of me talking head together. Like I try and spread it out. Also, all the text ones are sort of spread out as well.
Yeah.
And so I try to like keep to a bit of a theme of like posting a lot of like content, like real world examples of what it is in my folio. And some of it's old. A lot of it's old because I'm not sharing often like the thing that I shot this weekend. But I kind of, if you ever need like I want to get better at consistency, like we were talking about, like that's kind of the number one thing in like trying to be consistent is trying to come up with like a posting schedule. So for me, there's like, it's not necessarily like Monday I post this, Tuesday I post this, but you could go that way. I just kind of like spread it out where it's like photos of my work, then a reel with like me talking, then one of those carousels with text, and then potentially a like trending thing. So there's a couple of trending ones up above where it's like, like that. If you scroll down, Justin, sorry, I'm making you go all over the place.
No,
there's
okay.
In between the 2 orange photos there, where it says this is not the same as, that kind of went a little bit off. But that was the weekend of Coachella, where a lot of photographers in the music industry were sitting at home, COVID style, photographing their screens of their TV and editing the photos and posting them on Instagram, pretending that they were at Coachella.
No.
And it was very weird. Yeah. It was a really big trend in the music industry. And like, it was quite bizarre because like they were obviously claiming the work of the DOPs and the video directors and all of it was just really weird. And so I was like, oh, I see an education perspective here. And so I did the thing, pretended to shoot the thing, and then, this is not the same as this. And then in the caption explain why. Because obviously if the person's lining up the frame for you, then that's not, but it sparked conversation. It sparked, people talking and that sort of thing. So that's kind of like a trending topic where it's like, okay, this is like in the moment. And then for me, it's like keeping, like, all of this footage is old. There's that same clip that we saw before, that me standing in the photo pit. I've used like 100 times. Like, you'll see that there's the same clips over and over again that are being used, because I have.
You're not always, you can pull them from an archive of stuff that you've got sitting there of different footage from gigs.
So I think the biggest thing, and I tell musicians this as well, like, to just have a hard drive, have a Dropbox, have a folder on your phone of all the little clips, all the B-roll clips. So anytime I've got a chance to like set up a camera of me shooting, or someone grabs a clip of me, or if I've got Meta Ray-Bans on, I just grab all of those bits of content, I put them in folders, and then so when something like trending comes up, I will go like, and it's like an easy thing for me, because it's like, cool, there's already a trend here. All I have to do is work it back into my niche. So work it back into photography or music or however I want to sort of pitch it. And then I just go and grab those clips and stick them in. And normally those ones, the trending ones, I edit on my phone. Like, I'm not in CapCut cutting it all together. Like, it's just like a really quick and dirty, like, just get it in there and get it on Instagram.
That's really clever.
Gosh. Yeah, I need to, as Bruce says, clever. I need to put some more work into the socials. Right.
Yeah, I think like having that B-roll gallery is like such a game changer. Like,
it's a great
idea. It's quite hard. It's quite hard for me to shoot B-roll of me shooting, because like I don't have a lot of spaces I can set up a camera. Like, I can when I do portraits, like that's a bit easier. But when I'm shooting live, there's not a lot of opportunity to do that. Yeah. So hence the glasses, or, you know, occasionally when I'm at a festival and friends are there, they're shooting me like content of me running around on stage, or so I just sort of collect all those little bits and pieces up.
Yeah.
Yep.
What does this mean, Bruce? Bruce says, I used to make EPKs for shows back in the day, electronic press kits. Right. I'm glad he did that. For me, but used mostly for TV networks. So I'd have a Dropbox that I would update and send out the same link. Editors got to know it. That's cool.
Yeah.
A lot of musicians use EPKs still to pitch shows, and like I normally make one per exhibition. So I normally have, essentially it's just like a folder, and I have all of the things like together. So I have like press shots, like recent press shots of me, a press release of all of the work that's in it and the dates and times and stuff, the work, so photos of the actual work, photos of like a preview of the exhibition space, put it in a Dropbox, and I would email it to every local publication, and like sometimes you wouldn't even get an email back, but it'd be in the, you know, the Geelong Advertiser as a full page spread. You just wouldn't.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Would never know.
Yeah, just pops up and you're like, oh, cool. Someone read my email.
Nev, I don't have any brand deals, I promise. I just love my DJI Pocket. But I do have a there is a reel up at the moment, and I haven't launched it yet, but I do have some key rings that I've made that are going to be merch, that are like a secret club, because they have a NFC chip in it, and so you can scan it and it goes to a secret page on my website, and it's got like unreleased content and like music recommendations and stuff on it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
maybe we can do that for the podcast, Greg.
Yeah,
they're pretty easy. I made them initially because I wanted a digital business card, because I really don't love getting out my like, as much as we're talking about social media, I really don't love getting out my phone and like showing people my work when they go like, what do you do? So I think I've got some. Oh yeah, they're all tied up, but like a little star, and they've got a chip inside them. And it just takes them to the page, like my link page with all of my like social links. So when someone comes up to me, I've got like one of my car keys, and I'm like, oh, just scan this and it's got all my details. So I don't love doing it like mainly at corporate events where someone comes up to you and goes, oh, can I get your card to like book you in for some other shoot for a different business or whatever. And I don't love taking time out at a corporate event to network with somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
I try to be respectful of the fact that someone else is paying me. So I'll just be like, scan this and like email me and we can chat. But yeah.
That's very clever. Very savvy.
Full of gold tonight. Full of gold.
Yeah.
If you like Lucinda's advice, hit the like button on this video.
Yeah.
And go follow her on Instagram if you don't already, because that's where all the gold really is.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the images.
All right, this is Tim Siamas.
It is Tim Siamas. We've got a little collection.
Tim, we do have a collection from Tim. I better start reading because there's quite a bit here. I just got back from the South Island of New Zealand where I was celebrating my 10-year wedding anniversary. Well, congratulations to you both. I assume that you took your wife with you. You just didn't go off to celebrate it on your own.
Celebrating alone.
Yeah, I'm going away. Probably should have had some of your winter gloves. It was very fresh. I need to pick up some at BFOP. I am by no means a landscape photographer, but I enjoyed the challenge and look forward to learning more on this genre. Here are some of my faves as I work through the images. Unfortunately, I didn't get the golden light I was hoping for on some of these shots, despite getting out early for sunrise, but you have to capture what cards you're dealt. All images shot on the Nikon ZF. Glenorchy Pier, that's this one. Nikon 24-120S, 5.6 aperture, 1/80th of a second, ISO 200, shot at 32 mil.
Hold on,
it's gorgeous.
I'm missing one. Wait, it's
Had
beautiful.
this on.
I'm just worried I'm missing one of his images, but yes.
Oh,
yes,
all right.
I'm
I'll keep
searching
going.
for it as we speak. No, it's the next one. That's the one I can't find.
Oh, no. All right. I had this on the tripod for a selfie of my wife and I and accidentally hit the shutter as she walked in the frame. Like how this one turned out better than the selfie. Yeah, I like it too.
Well, I think so. It's got it's got a beautiful mood. Like you wouldn't know whether you knew this person or not and what they're doing on the jetty. And I love it. Can't see their face. Yeah. It's very mysterious.
Yeah, it is. It's very cool. Have you got image 2, Jay?
It's coming. One moment. Where is it?
A couple of nice comments here for Tim from Paul. Nice one, Tim. From Phil Thompson's. Love the shot of the Glenorchy jetty and great to see only one person on it instead of the crowds of tourists. And from Lisa, lovely and happy wedding anniversary, Tim and Mrs. Tim. Oh, look at that.
I did have it. It was just
all right, the Glenorchy sister trees. Okay. Again, Nikon 24-120, shot at f9 for 2 seconds. Look at that mirror finish. Yeah. Went here for a wine tasting with views like that. We stayed a little while after we were done to take it all in.
That's the next one. That's the next one.
Oh, is it?
This one says, the scene is right next to the pier.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Would have preferred to go into the water and avoid the branch coming in from the top right-hand corner. Oh, yeah. But didn't have the right shoes and it was freezing.
Yeah, I like it. Sorry, Tim. I got them wrong.
It balances it out.
It does add some balance. I do feel you though. If I was there, Tim, I would have been like, how can I get past this? That's what I would have been thinking as well. I would have wanted to like put it on a stick or something. Yeah, or chop down a tree, but I wouldn't have done that. But yeah, I love it. I wonder whether could go lower or something, but no, I think you've done well to put it in that spot and find that angle anyway, because like Lucinda said, it works.
Yeah, it does.
Balances.
Yep.
So
beautiful. Image 3, Ripon Estate. Viltrox 35 1.8 Evo, shot at f8 1/500th and ISO 320. A little bit of reduction in exposure comp. Went here for a wine tasting, and with views like that, we stayed a little while after we were done to take it all in. I like this one in black and white, and Greg would be proud. My wife Victoria pictured using the Fujifilm XE5.
I love this one.
That's a lovely shot. There's so much depth too.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Is that a car too?
Yeah.
Wow, the scale is crazy. Ooh, look at that tiny little thing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
lovely.
Beautiful.
That's a great shot.
And yeah, I do love the black and white as well.
Yeah, works really well.
Yeah, that's a winner.
Indeed. But there's more.
There's more.
Shot number 4, Lake Hayes Old Jetty, Nikon 24-120. Sorry. F16, 4 seconds. Shot at 30 millimeters and cropped in post. Got out early for this one in hope of getting a mirror reflection and pink-orange light, but had a rough surface and no color. So smoothed out the water with a long exposure using an ND filter. I really like how this one turned out. Looking at over the old jetty, you can see Coronet Peak Mountain with the season's first proper snowfall, which the snow sport fans were very excited about. And the first light hitting the mountaintop and bouncing down on the lake surface back towards me. Probably my favorite of the trip so far. Yeah, that little crowning on the top.
Yeah.
And the reflection of it in the water. Yeah, that is a banger.
Yeah. That's what makes it. If that, taken 20 minutes before when that sun wasn't on that peak, or how long it would have been, definitely would have looked a lot more drab and sort of plain. But having that color through the water from the peak reflection is, I love it.
And it plays a really nice contrast, the snow top mountains to the darkness under the jetty. There's a really nice balance there.
I also think that like the water is smooth, but it's obviously not silky smooth. And I think that's nice. I think because it looks a bit rugged, like it's not perfect. It's like, it's cold, it's a little bit windy. It's like, it's I think it puts you in the scene a little bit more rather than trying to make it picture perfect,
Yeah. Tells a better story. Yep. Amazing, Tim. One more to go, people. Boat sheds at Lake Wakatipu. This was shot with the 35mm 1.8 Evo from Viltrox, F10, 1/250th, ISO 250. Simple scene, walking back to the car after breakfast in Queenstown, saw these colourful boat sheds with the mountain receiving some nice light in the background. Indeed. So nice. Naturally decided to capture this one. Yeah,
the only thing I would have done in this one, similar to that branch we were going to cut down, if you'd had some tools and you could pull this down. Just
maybe that other
completely.
post too.
Yeah. We just
take
a
chainsaw, angle grinder
to this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing you can do about that, but
gosh,
if you had an angle grinder.
New Zealand is if you had an angle grinder. New Zealand is crazy.
Isn't it?
Look at that.
But it's interesting, isn't it? Because this is just a shot that Tim saw just walking back to the car park. It's like there's a moment.
Probably 400 people have walked past that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tweaks got love New Zealand. Everywhere you look is gorgeous. I'm always overwhelmed as I want to take photos of everything. Yeah, that's what it feels like, because we just don't get that sort of view here in Australia.
Just so picturesque.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. That's it from Tim Siamas. Well done, Tim.
Thanks,
great
Tim.
collection.
Right. Yeah, epic. I hope you had an amazing trip.
10 years. What's the element for 10 years wedding? Is it tin?
Leather.
Speaking of leather.
luckystraps.com.au. No, just .com actually. Well, you can go to either. Use code Greg and buy a lovely leather something for your 10th wedding anniversary.
10-year loved one.
Or not, just for anything. For any old gift, anything.
Yeah.
We've got belts, anything you like. Anyway, back to it.
Yeah.
Phil, I just want to be put on the record that I did not chop the Dog Rocks tree down with a chainsaw. That was not me.
Well, Phil Thompson's on you there.
Yeah,
it wasn't me.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. I don't own a chainsaw.
All right.
I do, but I don't know how to use it.
Up next, Lisa Leach. You got this
Yes.
one? Oh, there it is. Hi, Justin, Greg, and Jim? ? Thank you for another Monday evening fix of all things photography. Here's my contribution to this week's Your Images. This image was captured as part of a series on Lake Eildon at Bonnie Doon. How's the serenity? It's a favourite location of mine, and returning regularly has led me down a road of discovery that only familiar locations can bring. It's a very good point. I find when I remove my expectations, I'm free to notice the subtle changes in light. And on a misty morning like this one, observe how the forms are softened to create an ethereal feel. I was drawn to the shape of the tree, and its appearance of protecting those behind it. To be fair, however, almost every tree seems to call my name. Do love a good tree. Having just relocated to a new area, I'm yet to explore and find some new favorite locations. By the way, Justin, I hit the 2-year mark this week in my hobbyist photography journey.
Gosh.
Kindest regards, Lisa.
That's crazy. 2 years. I was still trying to work out what ISO was. Wow.
Glorious, Lisa. I think that's it. That's perfect.
It looks like it could be shot on film.
Yeah.
The treatment is perfect. Obviously, it's it's the scene, the fog and stuff like that, but just it's not heavy-handed or anything like that in the black and white. There's tons of detail in that tree.
Yeah, it's
a nice time of year to be shooting these sorts of images. Not that I'm very good at it or have the patience for it, but yeah, those early morning fog rolling in, and it's got some nice character to it.
I like the frame too, the crop, I guess. Like it's the choice in camera to not include the entire tree.
It's cropped just at the right point.
Yeah, there's enough of a reach for you to take in the scale and this kind of presence of it, but it doesn't need the full like step back shot, does it?
No, you know it's huge.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So big it doesn't fit in the frame. And obviously then you get to see more of what's behind the trees it's protecting. Yeah. Great work, Lisa.
Great composition. Most definitely. Well done. Who have we got next?
David Skinner.
David Skinner's up. Hi, team.
Wait. Where is David?
When you're ready.
I can't find him. Having a lot of trouble tonight. There's not that one. Wait.
Come on, you've missed your bedtime. This is why.
Yep.
Oops, that didn't work. Okay, I just I caused us some mischief.
What did you do?
What
have you deleted?
I tried to drag and drop it into the wrong thing, and it just got me out of my whole system. Anyway, we're going back. Put that one there.
System.
Look, it's not easy.
You heard it here first, folks. Apparently, Justin has a system.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, yeah, I'll faff for you. At least it's really impressive that you've been shooting for only 2 years.
I know.
Isn't
it? Nev saying that he was carrying his lanyard around his neck at 2 years still with all the camera settings on it. I think Justin said before, I was still trying to work out what the heck ISO was and how to bloody use it.
Yeah. I still can't work out how to turn off ISO. It's just there every time.
You don't want it. It keeps ruining your photos.
Well, it's just, I don't understand it.
All right, I've found it. I've found David's image. It's in. I'm ready to go.
Thank God. Good job. Hi, team. This is taken with the Fujifilm X-T30. Late afternoon walk around the village. 1/250th, f13, ISO 250. Shot with an 18-55 at 40mm. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. It's happening again. Got several featuring the moon. I know. I'm old. I'm not sprightly and young like you. You know, your Instagram and your... Anyway.
Sounds like you're loving the XT30, David.
Yeah.
Cruising around, just getting what you can get.
Yeah.
I love that moon's just so in line with that lamppost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Itches my brain in the right way.
The weird part of me, the first, and there's no way it could have been done unless we moved the lamppost, but I was like, imagine if the moon was the light bulb.
Oh gosh.
That's the first thing I thought. I was like, if you could somehow get it so the moon was in here, that would be it. Cheesy. Awesome.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, I love that you're. So are you just taking the XT30 everywhere now, David? Is that the plan for that camera? Just your wander around every day? It's very cool.
Very cool. That's a nice lightweight camera. One to go.
I think we're on to our last one.
Yeah, we are. Philip Johnson.
The one and only Philip Johnson.
The one and only. And Philip, thank you for sending in that social post today. Or yesterday, or whenever it was you sent it to me about the Topaz Labs being bought by Adobe. Thank you for sending that in. So Philip says, attached, find 2 images from a wander through a foggy Megalong Valley in the Blue Mountains. It's a favorite drive. Add some fog and it is magic. Oh, indeed. This was shot on the Sony a7 IV with the Sony 70-200 2.8 Mark II. Both processed in Topaz / Adobe, Photo Topaz Photo, and Adobe Photoshop. Topaz Photo. Yep.
Look at this fog.
Oh yeah, I love the crop.
If you wanted a theme for an upcoming Monday night, fog might be a good one.
Fog.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's a great idea. I'm going to write that down. We do need a few themes. We need to get back onto that.
Yeah, we do.
Fog. We need to do light painting.
Indeed.
We need to do
fungus. Just
fungus. That's a good one. Show us your fungus.
Fungus. I don't know if
we
might have to clarify that statement.
I might take that back. Yeah.
We might workshop
fungus.
That. We might just do, if we did fungus, maybe we would just do, and maybe we would make it outdoor macro. Because we sort of did toy photography. We could do outdoor macro, and that could be fungus or bugs or whatever you like. Anyway, Philip, I don't know if I've ever been to the Megalong Valley, but your photos make me want to go there. I know I've been to some places in the Blue Mountains, but I don't think I've been there. And now I want to go there. Because the images are always beautiful, but these like foggy images and wintry mornings like that, just that's what I want. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Magic. Absolutely magic, Philip. Thank you for sending those through. That's the last one. It is. So just a reminder, if you're new here and you want to know how to be part of the Your Images section of the Camera Life podcast, Monday evenings, live random photography show, all you have to do is send 1 or 2 images, maybe your main image and maybe your behind the scene, or if there's a short series of images, you can send those in. And all you have to do is send them to justin@luckystraps.com.au. Please include a little story about your experience, why you were in that location, what camera and lens you used, and maybe some of your core settings as well. And send those in, and we'll bring them up on a Monday evening show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Simple as that.
We bring them all up.
Indeed.
We bring them all up. Although at some point we're going to end up with too many that we can't. I don't know what we're going to do then. I'm just like, someone asked me that the other day. I was like, that's future Justin and Greg's problem. We'll worry about that.
Oh, it's my problem now too, is it?
Yeah, we're a team.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else, Lucinda, before we go? Anything else
what do you got coming up?
Coming up, just a lot of shows. A lot of shows at the moment.
Any big names we should be excited about?
Well, they're all going to be big names at some point in time, but a lot of local shows. A lot of local shows at the moment. I'm doing some stills on a video shoot next weekend, which will be fun.
A music video shoot?
Yeah.
Nice.
Which will be good times. But doing some corporate stuff, doing a lot more portrait stuff at the moment. Musicians are kind of going through this phase with seasons. It kind of sort of much like the wedding industry. It's kind of a bit like musicians stop doing their original stuff a little more sort of towards winter. They start doing more covers gigs to sort of start building up the kitty to either record or do some bigger shows and put some money towards merch and update their press shots and all of those sorts of stuff for spring and summer. So a lot of press work sort of rolling in the next couple of weeks as well.
And that should keep you busy, yeah?
It should, yep.
Nice.
Always.
Very cool. And what about you, Jay? What have you got coming up?
I don't know. Don't know. Lots going on here at Lucky. Stock take tomorrow. That'll be fun.
How's my double harness coming?
What else is going on? Lots. No. Hey,
I felt like a trader running through the city with my.
Hey, you got to do what
double harness that is not a Lucky double harness.
Your other harness. We're working on it. We're doing our best. We're getting there. We got a few irons in the fire right now.
You know what my address is, so just
That's right.
Yeah.
You're the first to know.
You'll be the first to know. You and 50,000 other people.
Yeah, I've been getting harassed.
The list is getting long.
Yeah,
it is getting very
Bruce,
long.
I forgot, Bruce. Damn it. Well, yes, we do need to talk gloves. Damn, I completely forgot. Busy days. What else? Not much else. Hopefully, I might even be going on a little photography trip this weekend, but I don't want to jinx it, so I don't want to say anything yet. But I'm hoping, actually, screw it, I'll jinx it. I'm hoping that it might take me past Lake Tyrrell, which I've seen just, over and over from Dennis and Felicity and everybody that goes there and takes amazing shots. So I'll be hitting some people up if I am going past there to get the lowdown on where I can get some photos.
Nice.
So hopefully that this weekend. But otherwise, just working away. Winter, trying to stay warm.
Yep. Get that.
Cool. Should we call it?
Yeah, why not? Let's call it.
Yeah. You got anything exciting that you want to talk about before we go?
No, all my studio's finished.
Oh, yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, Sash and I put in a big weekend. Our desks finally arrived. That was kind of holding us back quite a bit. And so we've put in our big desk. We've set up all of our stuff, and we've been decorating and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, we've been quite busy. It's just amazing to get up in the morning and come downstairs, make a cup of coffee, and just walk into this dedicated space, where I can just sit down and I can watch porn in style. I mean, what else do you do?
When
We've gone to after hours.
No, it's great. And what's really nice is that it's a cozy space, and we've got a couch behind my chair here. So one of us will be at the desk, the other will be sitting there doing their social thing, and it's just it's nice. We've been working on this for over a year now, so we're really glad that it's finally happened.
That's awesome.
So just enjoying the space, and I'm going to get out and do some street. I've got some news coming up soon, which I won't jinx. But I've been working on some stuff that I'm really excited about. New chapter in my journey, photography journey. So stay tuned. You'll hear about it here first.
Very cool.
Indeed. Yep.
All right. All right. Before I roll the music, Philip Johnson says, "Will you be doing strap orders for BFOP, Justin?" Yes, we absolutely will be. Stay tuned. We got plenty of time, but we will be. Definitely doing that. And otherwise, Lisa Leach says, "Greg, how's the cats?" There's a lot of them,
good.
I guess.
Three left yesterday. Very sad.
Phil Thompson says, "Another fantastic show. Some great tips and advice from Lucinda, plus lots of fantastic your images." Bruce Moore says, "Thanks everyone. Well done to everyone that's sent in images." Nev Clark says, "The studio looks awesome." Felicity Johnson, thank you. She said, "Lots of great laughter, superb images, and to top it off, lovely Lucinda." Dennis says, "Lake Tyrrell will be insane right now." Well, that's awesome. That's what I want if I get up there. What else? David Leparati, good to see you. Thanks for sending some amazing images in.
Yeah, good to
thanks,
have you
Ben.
back.
Thanks, Tweak. Thanks, Philip Johnson. Good to see you, Greg Thomas. Thanks for joining. Looks like Greg Undone. Rick Nelson, good to see you. Who else was here? Everybody. Oh, Shamit Shah. Thank you. Thanks for sending some photos in. Send more. Lisa Leach. Parabellum. Marathon 24-hour live coming up for the camera live to get through the photos. David Skinner, lovely jubbly. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you, everyone. Be safe.